Humans have never failed to realize their thoughts and create things that cause wonder. This issue has taken different forms over time. In a period of history, the construction of the Lighthouse of Alexandria and the Leaning Tower of Pisa satisfied man's desire to create wonder. And in the present era, projects such as the construction of the canal, the tunnel, and the giant aircraft carrier that has kept him satisfied. Join us to review 5 of the most expensive projects in the world in this video. Please subscribe to our channel and like the video before watching the video. Number 1. The International Space Station is a space station that is being built with the participation of more than 15 countries. This space station is moving in a near-Earth orbit at an altitude of 330 to 435 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Its speed in orbit is equal to 27,600 kilometers per hour. When completed, the International Space Station will weigh 450 tons and provide 1,200 cubic meters of work, research, and living space for astronauts. The International Space for Astronauts. The International Space Station is the third luminous object in the sky that can be seen with the naked eye. This station is a joint product of NASA, Russian Space Agency, European Space Agency, Japan Space Agency, and Canadian Space Agency. The Brazilian Space Agency participates in this program through a collaboration with NASA. This station currently has the capacity of 6 passengers. It is estimated that the total cost of this station from the beginning of the construction to the end is more than 100 billion euros. In this way, the International Space Station is the most expensive device built in the history of mankind. The ownership and right to use the station is described in international agreements. The International Space Station generally consists of 2 parts. The Russian orbital part and the American orbital part. Spacecraft from other countries connect to one of these 2 sectors, and all astronauts use these 2 sectors based on multilateral cooperation agreements. Until 2014, NASA had committed to maintain the U.S. orbital sector until 2024. The International Space Station is usually called by its English abbreviation, ISS. Number 2. The Three Gorges Dam, built on the Yangtze River in China. The hydroelectric power plant built in this dam is the largest power plant in the world and has surpassed Itapo Dam in terms of electricity production. The construction of the body of this dam was completed in 2006, but the completion of the dam and its hydroelectric power plant facilities was completed on July 4, 2012, with the installation of the last turbine. Since the completion of the hydroelectric power plant of this dam in 2012, its electricity production capacity is equal to 22,500 megawatts. In addition to generating electricity, this dam has increased the shipping capacity of the Yangtze River and also reduced the potential of flooding downstream by providing flood storage space. The Chinese government views this project as a historical feat of engineering as well as a social and economic success. The very large and at the same time very advanced turbines of this hydropower plant are a step towards reducing greenhouse gas emissions. However, due to the water intake of this dam, some of the archaeological and cultural sites of the region went underwater and caused the displacement of about 1.3 million people. At the same time, it caused significant environmental changes, including increasing the risk of landslides. In any case, this dam has been a controversial issue, both inside and outside of China. Number 3. The Channel Tunnel is a 52 kilometers long railway line on the bed of the English Channel.
Where we're going
that
today
connects the
is
port
straight
of
down
Padua,
here and into
Calais
the
in
service tunnel
France,
for the Channel Tunnel,
to the
which
city
provides
of
us with an
Foxton
access
in
for
England.
maintenance and most
This
particularly for
tunnel
safety.
is dug under the sea
We
floor.
are 25
largest
metres
construction
below
project in
trains
Europe.
from the UK
It is
through to
estimated
France.
to cost
Well, this tunnel is
6
50
billion,
kilometres long.
which is
It runs
roughly
from our
$8
terminal in
billion.
Folkestone right the way through
This
to our
tunnel is
terminal in
built at a
Coquelles.
depth of 40 meters from the sea floor and has 2
People have dreamt
passenger
about
and
building
car
the
train
Channel Tunnel
lines.
for
The
more than
diameter
200
of each
years.
channel is
And
7.6
attempts have been made
meters
at different
and
times.
has
And where
pipes
we're
for
standing
ventilation
now,
and rescue of
we are
possible
actually in
victims.
today's tunnel.
It takes
But
20
we're
minutes
also
for
standing in a
trains to
tunnel that
pass
was
through the
built in
tunnel.
1974,
And with this project,
and a tunnel
the travel
that was
time from
first
Paris
dug.
to London
I think this is a
and
really
vice
unique
versa
environment. I
by
don't think
land
there is
is
anywhere else
reduced
like
by
it in the
3
world.
hours. The side tunnel is for cars. It is said that England was connected to Europe only during the Ice Age, about 8,500 years ago. At the time of its implementation, this project was considered the most expensive engineering project in history, spending £21 billion. Most of the tunnel digging devices used in this project were twice the size of a football field and were able to dig 76 meters of tunnel per day. However, it took 6 years to dig the tunnel, and it was decided that the British and the French would meet at a common point, and the British would reach the desired point faster after the completion of all the construction stage of the tunnel. François Mitterrand, President of France at the time, and Queen Elizabeth of England officially opened this tunnel on May 6, 1994, in Calais, France. Number 4. The aircraft carrier US Gerald R. Ford, as the most expensive ship in history, is finally ready for operation after 14 years of development and delay. The American government has spent about $13.3 billion to build this ship, and the United States. The Navy finally issued its operational authorization at the end of 2021. Construction on the US Gerald R. Ford began in 2009 and was originally scheduled to be commissioned in 2017 after 8 years of development. The aircraft carrier US Gerald will be deployed this year. He predicted that post-delivery tests would be completed within 10 months, with 2021 being the year of final testing. Now, this ship is going to be sent on a mission for the first time in a year. The Ford class carrier will eventually replace the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier and provide the U.S. military with a host of new technologies. This ship is built with new dual-band radar system, electromagnetic force flight assistance system, and new weapon technologies. The reason for installing these new capabilities is to build a versatile ship that can host more and better flights. According to government information, the U.S. Ford is capable of carrying more than 70 aircraft. It should be noted that the $13.3 billion cost of building this ship does not include maintenance and related logistics costs. Number 5. The U.S. Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline has resumed operations after the end of oil operations. The construction cost of this pipeline was $8 billion. The Trans-Alaska Pipeline project includes 11 gas stations, hundreds of miles of subsidiary pipelines, and the Valdez Marine Terminal. This pipeline, which has a total length of nearly 1,288 kilometers, was designed and built to transport oil from Prudhoe Bay to Valdez in Alaska. This pipeline is owned by the Alaska Pipeline Service Company. The American company Alaska, the main operator of the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, announced that a detour route has been built to pass the oil site, and oil companies are expected to resume the daily transfer of 500,000 barrels of oil from this pipeline. According to Alaska Company, it will take a few days to restore the daily oil transfer of the mentioned pipeline to the normal volume of 640,000 barrels per day. The U.S. state of Alaska was closed, then temporarily reopened, then closed again for the construction of a diversion pipeline. Thank you for watching this video until the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel for support.